Gaming has always been a significant part of my life, and Discord has served as my primary platform for connecting with friends during our gaming sessions. I never really gave it much thought. It was simply a handy way to maintain our bonds in the vibrant world of online gaming and those late-night conversations. However, a few months back, an experience shifted my perspective entirely. It all began on an ordinary Friday evening when I was browsing through a gaming server I had been a member of for years. Our group was small and close-knit, filled with individuals I had known online for quite some time. We shared our own jokes, favorite games, and even a few inside memes, and I believed I knew each member well, at least that's what I thought. That evening, a new presence emerged in the general chat. STALKER. The username was peculiar, and nobody seemed to have any familiarity with it. Their profile picture was simply a black circle, lacking any facial features or distinguishing details. Initially, I thought it might be just another alternate account or perhaps a random bot that had managed to bypass the server's filters. I didn't pay it much attention until they began to type. STALKER. Hey, do you remember me? The message felt ambiguous, and I assumed it was meant for someone else. A few of us were engaged in a lively discussion about an upcoming game release, so I chose to overlook the message and continued with the chat. However, moments later, they chimed in again. STALKER. You. Yeah, you. Don't you remember? This time, it truly felt as if the message was meant just for me. I took a brief pause, my fingers lingering above the keyboard. Who are you? I eventually typed, feeling a mix of curiosity and annoyance. It was common for people to play around with new accounts, but there was something unsettling about this interaction. STALKER. We used to chat. A long time ago. I searched my memory, trying to think of anyone I knew by that name, but nothing surfaced. The other participants in the chat began to chime in with their own questions, yet STALKER chose to focus solely on me. STALKER. You don't remember, do you? That hurts. A shiver ran through me. The way they expressed their feelings made it seem like they were genuinely wounded by my inability to recall them. I replied, Seriously, who are you? Did you change your username? STALKER. Maybe I should remind you. Out of nowhere, a file appeared in the chat, catching my attention immediately. It was an old photograph that I recognized right away, taken a few years back when I was still active in a different Discord server, a community I had left after a disagreement with some friends. The image captured a moment from a virtual gathering, filled with cheerful faces and laughter. However, there was an eerie figure lurking in the background, faint and shadowy, which I had never noticed before. My heart raced as I typed, How did you get that? STALKER replied, I've always had it. I've been watching you. A chill ran down my spine at that response. I initially thought it might be one of my former friends playing a prank, but it seemed unlikely after all this time. Curious, I clicked on the user profile, only to find it completely empty. No shared servers, no friends, and no details whatsoever. Just a blank profile under the name STALKER. The atmosphere in the server was becoming increasingly unsettling for everyone else, leading some to exit the chat, yet I remained. I couldn't quite pinpoint the reason. Perhaps it was a mix of curiosity and a touch of defiance. I responded with, Stop messing around. Who are you? After a lengthy silence, I briefly wondered if they had finally decided to stop. Just then, a new message popped up. STALKER. Check your DM. I felt a moment of hesitation, but ultimately I did as instructed. Switching over to my direct messages, I found a private message from STALKER containing another photo. This one showed me at my computer, the very one I was using at that moment. The room was dim, but the light from the screen cast a glow on my face, sending chills down my spine. There was no way anyone could have captured that image. I lived alone. I typed out, Who the hell are you? With trembling hands. STALKER. someone who knows you better than you think. I secured my doors, attempting to soothe my racing heart. I tried to talk myself down, thinking it might just be a technical glitch or a hack of some sort. Perhaps someone had tapped into my webcam or dug up old files. Yet beneath that reasoning, a darker feeling lingered. Something was definitely off. I blocked Spectre and powered down my computer for the night, but sleep eluded me as I tossed and turned, unable to shake the unsettling feeling in my gut. When morning came, I reassured myself it was likely just a prank. After all, people online often have too much free time, right? But then the situation escalated. Each time I logged into Discord, messages from Spectre would pop up. New accounts, different usernames, but always accompanied by the same eerie black profile picture and the chilling question, "Do you remember me?" I began to receive emails as well. Initially, they were nothing more than spam, but soon they took on a more personal tone. They contained intimate details about my life that should have remained private, my daily routine, my go-to coffee shop, and even the paths I took to get to work. This invasion of privacy made me feel paranoid. I was constantly glancing over my shoulder, sensing that someone was watching me and feeling increasingly trapped. I approached the police for help, but they dismissed my concerns. "It's just the internet," they told me. "Just block the user and move on." But it wasn't that simple. Spectre was no ordinary troll. They had too much information about me. One night, after a long shift at work, I returned home feeling drained. I hesitated at my computer, debating whether to log into Discord again. Against my instincts, I went ahead and did it. To my shock, there was a message from Spectre, but it wasn't in the chat. Instead, it appeared as a notepad file on my desktop that I hadn't opened. The chilling message read, "Check the door." I stood there, completely still, as a wave of dread washed over me. My apartment was tiny, and I was certain I would have noticed if someone had entered. With a heavy heart, I slowly shifted my gaze to the door, where I spotted a piece of paper that had been slipped underneath. My hands shook as I reached for it, revealing a message scrawled in an unsettling handwriting. "You can't hide from me." A wave of nausea hit me and I hurried to the window, peering outside, but there was no sign of anyone. Just then, my phone buzzed with a notification from Discord. It was Spectre again, sending me a chilling message. "Spectre. Nice pajamas." My heart raced as I glanced down at my attire, panic rising within me. How could they possibly know? My windows were shut tight and my webcam was disconnected. In a frenzy, I powered off my phone and computer, pacing anxiously around my apartment. Suddenly, I heard it, a soft tapping sound coming from my window. Summoning all my bravery, I flung the curtains aside, only to find emptiness staring back at me, just the heavy darkness and the stillness of the night. With trembling hands, I pulled the curtains shut, and that's when I noticed something in the glass. A shadowy figure loomed behind me. I whirled around, but the room was void of life. That night, I hastily packed my belongings and fled the city, seeking refuge with a friend on the other side of the country. I believed I could leave it all behind. I thought that by vanishing, changing my phone number, and erasing my online presence, I would finally be free. Yet, I was mistaken. Just last night, a package arrived at my friend's place. It bore no return address, only a black envelope containing a single sheet of paper with 4 chilling words scrawled across it. "I found you again." Now I lie awake with one eye open, anticipating the next message, the next sign that Spectre is still out there, biding their time, waiting for me to falter. I am acutely aware that they are lurking in the shadows, possessing knowledge that they shouldn't have. I can't shake the thought, is this still a game? Or has it morphed into something far more terrifying? Yet this is merely the beginning. I thought I could escape the nightmare, but Spectre's hold is only growing stronger. What lies ahead will push me to the edge of sanity, where the lines between reality and illusion begin to blur. Stay tuned for part 2, where the hunt truly begins. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. You won't want to miss what unfolds next.